And dude be on here talking like he my elder. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, you ain't my elder, knuckle. What ma- what made dude think he was my elder, man? You know what I'm saying? Hey man, y'all gotta quit calling these dudes these titles, cause then they'll start believing them. And then they'll bring that message around people like me. And I gotta tell them the truth. Like, nigga, you ain't my elder, nigga. Why? Like the first letter in your name. Why do you think you are my elder? That's I mean, that's what you gotta ask these niggas. Like, you know, niggas stick their chest out. Like, nigga, I'm the elder around here. Everybody shut up. Everybody get in line. Everybody listen. I'm talking. You ain't my elder, nigga. But nah, man, I just wanted to do a little stream right quick, man. Shout niggas out, you know what I'm saying? I think we got a good thing going, man. I be having fun with this shit, man. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy though, man, because a lot of people from the outside, they might not see what's going on and see what it is. They might think motherfuckers be at each other's throat and shit. You know what I'm saying? But like I actually like to argue. I like to get it in. So, you know, I'm not here to hold y'all niggas' hands, play games with niggas. But like we do play a lot of games. We have a lot of fun. You know what I'm saying? So just so niggas know. You know what I'm saying? Y'all right, my motherfucking elder nigga. But I do respect him though. But like I gotta fuck with niggas though, cause like keep in mind, y'all right done fired up a stream on me before, put my name in the title. So, you know, I owe him like 15 streams, you know what I'm saying? Some shit where a nigga look at the title like, oh shit, Taz over there tripping. But really I'm not though. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think we should be using the channel for those types of, you know what I'm saying, bullshit incidents and shit. To just be coming for each other and shit. So I know what the title would do, but I like the video ain't for that, you know what I'm saying? The video is a reminder though that there are things that happen that a lot of people on YouTube don't talk about. And I was actually doing a story and I wanted to throw it at Yarah and just let him know some of the things that he might not understand about me. I was just reporting a story about a dude out in LA who just got out after 21 years. And I know it's not going to be the common, you know what I'm saying, common theme of the day, or it's not a story everybody gonna pick up for the day, but you know what I'm saying? Like it's right there in the news. It's just not what everybody use YouTube for. You know what I'm saying? And so I think sometimes our messages get lost because yesterday he was kind of asking like, where is my love for black men at in regard to some of these topics? And it's like, bruh, I have a desire to see better, but I do think we're putting what we want too far ahead of what we need to do to even the score with the women. You know what I'm saying? Like where they at with it is like we just somewhere else within media. And being a person that do media, you know what I mean? Like I'm hearing both sides of this, and I kind of feel like I got a better idea what it would take to get to the middle. So, you know, it's a man by the name of Dwight Jones out of Los Angeles. You know what I mean? He got out yesterday. Um, and, you know, it's one of them things, man. We got to, no, he got, matter of fact, he got out Saturday. He got out the 11th. But it's one of those things that we gotta take into consideration that when you say, you know, how do you feel about black men or what do you do in regard to black men as far as content or speaking out on their behalf, it ain't nobody gonna do that story on Dwight for real. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like that's a losing battle, yet I still do them, fam. You know what I mean? That's the that's the stuff people don't care about, but I still do them stories. You know what I'm saying? And when I seen it today, it's that small part of me that says, like, like fuck it, niggas don't appreciate this shit anyway. They just gonna call you a male feminist anyway. Why report it? Why talk about it? Niggas just gonna look at it and not really see the point behind it. But a lot of the niggas over the years I've argued with, I didn't have a lot of respect for, right? So when I tell somebody like Yarah or somebody like Aint that like y'all sound like them niggas, it's not to be an insult, although, you know, in hindsight it probably sound like one, and you know, in retrospect it probably is not the best thing to say in that moment. But there really isn't a lot you can say around it other than, hey fam, stop saying that shit. You know, I share these videos and there's people coming here to listen and they hearing shit that's gonna throw up red flags. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, I think about this shit on the outside, like when I'm done with it, because it's more than just a YouTube thing. I do media. And so yesterday when Anon called it irresponsible media and we was kind of going at it, we didn't really get to a resolution about why this has to be the way it is. So, you know, you have to come and sit down and try to figure out ways to get that message across. And like I said, the story of Dwight Jones today just gave me the ability to come and say, okay, so look, this is what I'm talking about. I feel like nobody's going to report this, and this is that story about black men, that message for black men that you're not gonna see. Everything here is about mating and dating on YouTube, as opposed to perseverance, or, you know what I'm saying, somebody going through the fire for 21 years and now he get released, and, you know what I'm saying, don't nobody care. You know what I mean? Like, those are those are the things that I think we should be highlighting, as opposed to individual relationship and who go with a white man and all that type of shit. And so I don't view the black man's plight through a dating realm, if you will. Like, it's not, when I'm hearing about the black man's plight, I'm not able to relate in a dating sense. So in a dating sense, I'm not necessarily going to be your biggest supporter. You know what I'm saying? In your relationship, since I'm not going to be your biggest supporter, I'll be your biggest supporter when you're oppressed as a black man. But I feel like in relationship terms, men should be better leaders. Men should do a better job of keeping their shit in house and stop doing bullshit to make motherfuckers want to bring it out the house or whatever. And then sometimes you get them bad situations where niggas do get fucked over. But I feel like that's outside of my realm and what I want to do. So I don't really get interested or partake too much in those dating topics, because I feel like men are supposed to be leaders, and I don't want to tell a man how to lead his household. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think some of the things that you might think are cool. It started at the top with a white woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, in doing media, I feel like any opening for that is that. It's an opening. And so if we don't say, you know, cancel all interracial, uh, you leave the door open. So it's like, I know the venom that, I mean, listen, man, you can't show me a video today of my wife and Cynthia sitting there putting no white man on no pedestal above me. But that's what they used the video of a white guy calling Cynthia for, that my wife reviewed. Motherfucker said my wife was on the phone praising a white man that she never talked to because she reviewed a video. Okay? That's this space. So it's hard to even deal with people who ain't dealt with the the masses, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Because like a lot of what we see over here is kind of condensed to the smaller communities of Black YouTube, and not Like the bigger sectors, like the beef sector, um, the manosphere, the divestment community, like those things aren't discussed heavily over here. And so you would have to understand that the way to do content about the subject matters would reflect differently when you go to and hear about some of those spaces and to push back against them. And so I don't think Yara is saying something without thinking it, right? I don't think he's just throwing around you a male feminist just to say it. I think that he misunderstands what my overall goal is within this media. And it is to kind of bring it back together at some point. But right now it's lopsided. So men who deserve that coverage, they should get it. Dwight Jones should get that coverage. He just got out. 21 years. Didn't do shit wrong. What I'm telling you is no men in this space we call YouTube are interested in putting the story of Dwight Jones in them 21 years out there. It's in the LA Times. Anybody can come across it. They just ain't looking for that type of information. And they just ain't looking for nothing positive on the black male side or nothing to get behind and fight for. Niggas ain't looking for that, bruh. And when it comes to delivering a message, I think it's important to make sure the message is balanced, even though it may seem unbalanced. Because if most of the men on YouTube are simply interested in dating and only dating, and none of them care when it's time to discuss oppression, then you can't expect me, who has never had a problem dating, to even be able to understand. I mean, I get lost when dudes start talking like that. And so, yeah, I'm way gone when it comes to those subject matters. If you're not talking to me about something meaningful as a man, I'm probably not going to respect what you're talking about. And that's just the fact of the matter. There's too many people on here operating from a dating standpoint as opposed to a being a benefit to the community standpoint. And what has become known as the protection of women on YouTube, I think black women started rejecting it. And I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, even in real terms and in real life, we got to understand that they pulling videos and saying, okay, this is real life. This really happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes we get set up and we put behind the eight ball. We talking about a video of a random incident that probably should have never happened, but we got to take the L for it because it's on video. And a lot of times, motherfuckers don't even want to deal with that shit. That niggas is doing wild shit. What they'll do is they'll take a YouTuber like me and say, Taz, you did this to a woman. You did that to a woman. They won't even deal with the stories that women are seeing that they bring into the table and saying, but how can I trust black men if y'all ignore this? Right? And I'm just saying, as a media that has always been open to all conversations in all groups, I deal with those topics when they brought to me. I don't seek out conversations about mating and dating. In a lot of ways, I stay away and avoid those conversations by not having panels as much no more. Because whether you know it or not, a lot of the black YouTube paradigm is centered around people getting together, not people fixing something, not people building something. It's about people dating. It's like this, like the club. This ain't, the community center, or what I'm saying, no shit like that. This is a fucking party on here. You know what I mean? So the few people that are interested in building are generally trying to do it from their perspective and their way. You know what I'm saying? It's just weird on here, man, to be called a male feminist by people who would defend women themselves. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't play the game and I don't lie on niggas. Like, Yarah is going to go out there and defend women himself. So Why is he calling me a male feminist? What is it that he's missing? And those are the gaps that I want to close between men. So when we get into these moments, we ain't so all over the place that we arguing about something we actually agree on. You know what I'm saying? Because we do have women watching, and this is bigger than the shit talking. You know what I'm saying? I talk my shit. I call these niggas names, but I feel like fuck it, they call me names. Nigga, ain't no limits. We going. But there is a time when we got to stop and remember, though, we have an audience here. And some days we got to stop and make sure they understand that a lot of this is debate banter. And when we having a serious moment like that, it is an actual serious moment. You know what I'm saying? That we can't let the debate banter get confused with serious moments, right? I don't want people listening and thinking, Yarah's calling me a male feminist because he's part of the manosphere or because he has, you know what I'm saying, one of these manosphere type mentalities and whatnot. That's not really the message I want to propagate. Although in the mode, in the moment, in the throwing shots back and forth, it might be said. It might even come out like that. But then that's on me to come back and say, all right, that's my nigga, man. But look, this is the shit he don't get. He's fucking dumb and he doesn't understand. He's not my fucking elder, and therefore I've got to show this nigga what it is his dumb ass don't get. You know what I'm saying? Because if he was my motherfucking elder, then maybe he would understand. But since he don't, I got to show his slow ass. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. Just got to be that way. It can't be fuck that nigga and fuck what he think. You know, let that be the end. It can't. It just can't be that. And so I know better based on how shit sits and then resonates, and then a person begins to think that about you because it was never cleared up. I'm not gonna let that happen with niggas like Suave, niggas like A9, Yarah, Blue, Solar. Like we not gonna play them type of games because I know if I leave that wide open like that, it could be taken like that. So we talking shit, and this is the debate league channel. I don't want people to come here and listen thinking that, you know what I'm saying, niggas is hateful towards women. I mean, to make a long story short, um, that niggas is pushing like a male first agenda. You know what I'm saying? No, we debate shit. And so every little argument is somewhat the backdrop or setup for a debate. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if a nigga taking a semi questionable position, it's probably the setup for a jump out the tree moment where he says some crazy ass debate that he wouldn't have been able to put out there without laying out this bullshit ass narrative. You know what I'm saying? That's what you got to remember on this channel. You know what I'm saying? You got to remember on this channel, anything could be said. You never know what's what. And yesterday it was me. You know what I'm saying? I was throwing niggas in the manosphere and whatnot. And again, I don't even think that. Matter of fact, I know they don't really have that type of mentality. They don't know the dynamics which I operate within. You know what I'm saying? They still kind of new to me as a content creator. They know me as a debater, but they still don't really know the content creator side of me. So I mean they just now really getting into seeing what my content is, and some of it I think maybe it just needed a little explanation. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I needed to say, hey, Dwight Jones, I know y'all are the type of nigga that as soon as I say Dwight Jones, Los Angeles, 21 years, he gonna go look the story up to fact check me. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm here for, to make sure niggas understand that we got bigger things to do and not sit around and question motherfuckers' relationships on one side or the other. I've just kind of grown out of that shit, and I feel like the women need protected in that because, like I said last night, I didn't hear shit about bed wenches and all of that when we was talking about niggas getting with white women. See what I'm saying? It go up and you don't hear the same type of language and the same type of insult. And it's just because we unbalanced. You know what I'm saying? It's just the fact of the matter. And sometimes it's hard to explain. Um, and I'm gonna go out my way to try to explain every time I feel like I'm misunderstood. And so until there's a balance, I I have to treat it with the unbalance that there is. You know what I'm saying? And so I just think we overlook the stories when I put some men in front of you and say, hey, what about this black man who gonna speak on his behalf, who's his voice? You know what I'm saying? I'm still his voice. I'm still the nigga that's speaking for him. I'm the only nigga that's speaking for him. And I need to be respected for that too. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, I'm still trying to provide that balance, but you gotta understand, man, it's a loud group of men that's speaking against black women. And until we are able to balance that out, we're going to have to come at it from an unbalanced perspective as men until we balance it out. If you're gonna be a content creator or judge content creators, you need to judge it and critique it off of who's who and what's what. And so a lot of people have taken themselves out of the community that are supposed to be leaders within it. And I'm talking about men. They're supposed to be leaders within the community, but they've taken themselves out of the community. And as a result, it's left women in a position in the community where they're now in leadership positions. And some men are perfectly fine with that. I know y'all niggas ain't. Y'all ain't my motherfucking elder, but I know he ain't fine with that shit. Yara does not believe that a woman should be raising children on her own or that men should be impregnating women and not taking care of their children. Okay, he just don't think like that. He don't think men should be doing shit negative to women. None of that. You know what I'm saying? He's a protector, he's a provider, he took care of his own children. Y'all ride that nigga for real. He just ain't my motherfucking elder. But when it comes to some subject matters, I think they go over his head. I think he missed the fucking point. And so, you got to come back and drill it in and make sure his bullheaded ass get it. You know, that's a stubborn motherfucker who won't get your point unless you bring it on home for him. You got to bring it on in for him. So just understand, dog, it's unbalanced. I want you to pay attention. Pay attention to YouTube and just watch how many people report these stories. These stories about black men who come home from the penitentiary and nobody says shit. Nobody welcomes them home. Nobody talks about the system that locked them up for no reason. Nobody puts any energy behind those oppressed men. You have to have a woman oppressing you for men on YouTube to talk about it, fam. And that's where the problem comes in for me. And that's why I call it unbalanced. And that's why I think like we just got a lot of work to do in regard to getting our actual message out as men. Because we have the same message. Don't get it twisted. The nigga just ain't my fucking elder. You know what I'm saying? But we all have the same message. Like I vetted these niggas for a little minute before I decided to jump all the way in and say, yeah, we rocking out. So the overall message is the same. Maybe the road and the path to get there ain't the same. So I mean, in a sense, I have to come back and say this today because it was up there yesterday. Niggas was saying bullshit. I know people listening, and I know how some of that shit resonates if you don't come back and clear the air. Okay, some of that shit I be throwing around to make sure niggas understand how they sound. And then if they don't understand how they sound, I gotta now double down and make sure they understand how they sound. Cause niggas still didn't understand how they still didn't get it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we left that conversation without niggas getting it. Like, listen, bro, look, listen, bro, listen. Taz does not have a false perspective here. I've held this conversation 500 times. Y'all niggas don't sound right, bro. Y'all on the wrong end. But like I said, if we gotta come back though and remind people this is the debate league, then so be it. You know what I'm saying? Like because we have to make sure the actual person's character and what they stand for, that all of that's out there out front street. You know what I mean? And that way when we get in our debates, we ain't got people over here trying to take shots and you know what I'm saying, take audio and rerun it and make it sound like we doing something we not doing. You know what I'm saying? So just remember we're in the confines of the debate league when we having some of these topics. And a lot of this shit ain't to be taken outside of the debate league and used against niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like If I tell a nigga he sound like a motherfucking manosphere nigga, I'm telling him that so he'll go listen to the niggas I'm talking about and stop saying that shit. I'm not saying that shit because I'm against the nigga now, or I'm trying to put a lifestyle on him, and now it's on with that nigga personally. Like I rock with these niggas over here, and so it I have to figure out a more responsible way to say it. You know what I'm saying? I have to figure out a better way to make my point clear. But some of the ways men push back need to upgrade because it sounds too much like the negative argument that's against us, the one that separates us. The arguments that are being made, we need to be more careful with them. We need to know what the opposition says so we don't find ourselves repeating those things. Because if we truly do care about what black women say and want and whatnot, I mean, they are listening. And the ones on YouTube are just representing the ones on YouTube. I'm not saying this is every woman on the planet, but women on YouTube definitely are a reflection of black women in the community too. And so we can't negate that they hear us. We don't build platforms for women not to be welcome to come to them. And in a lot of ways, if you don't clear that up, it starts to sound like that. If you call a man a male feminist and all of that shit, you begin to make women think that they might not be welcome. And I know that's not how Yarah thinks. I know that's not how this space is. The nigga ain't my motherfucking elder, but that nigga damn show does jump out there if he need to protect women. You know what I'm saying? He gonna jump out there and protect the black woman if need be. And in this debate environment, I'm not capable of sitting back acting like I don't know that. Jumping up here calling me a male feminist is again just the way to get the banter going and to start some shit with Taz and really get this shit popping. And the the better side of me knows to say, hey, dumbass nigga, I ain't on that today. This ain't today. Because I know better when it comes to the message. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be careful in saying you a manosphere ass nigga. Cause some people might unsubscribe and never come back. You know what I'm saying? You sound like the manosphere. That you know what I mean? Like this is what Israelites do. You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta be careful with some of that because I don't want people to unsub and not come back because I'm fucking with niggas trying to poke and prod and see where we finna get this debate at. You know what I'm saying? Where the eventual debate will come from. Because like I said, all of this banter and back and forth is positioning and jockeying for a debate in the end. Somebody's in the crowd listening, waiting to jump up and say, nigga, what you mean at all times. And so, like I said, I gotta make sure that my part of it is understood. I'm gon' call niggas out for bullshit when you sound like niggas that don't sound right. But maybe my call out wasn't correct. And so, I gotta come back and let it be known. Now this is not manosphere ass niggas. Niggas ain't got no manosphere mindset. But niggas trying to go against the grain sometimes might start sounding stupid because they don't understand what we really talking about. And the reason that Yara don't know what we talking about is because he's not my motherfucking elder.